So here's an idea for a video. You're wrong about the Warlock jump. I was watching Glad's Warlock surfing video, where he explains the bit about how to abuse momentum on the Warlock's glide, when he makes this comment.
I do use Burst Glide. I think this is the only jump you should ever use on a Warlock for any situation.
Now, I've heard this quite a bit. Half of my Warlock friends subscribe to Burst Glide. Every non-Warlock main I've met understands it as law, and even I used Burst Glide back during year 1, before the Go Fast update. Let's look at one of the comments from that video. Jake. Hi Jake. Jake says Strafe and Balanced Glide are garbage and have been since the launch of D1. Part of his evidence is that you could do the 0-hour mission using only Blink. Makes sense. Esoteric did it, so it must be common practice now. See, whenever I do a raid with an LFG, or perhaps clan members I'm not used to, at some point somebody reveals their inner Jake. Nobody should reveal their inner Jake. There's already one Jake. Just like we don't need another Calvin, we don't need another Jake. Sup, Jake? See, at some point somebody drags the Warlock jump. Somebody will make the comment, yeah, I'm only on my Warlock for the rewards, but Warlocks are so bad at platforming, their jump sucks, this is awful. Usually because they're awful, but oh well, they can't hear me all the way at the end of the jumping puzzle, and they take forever to reach me because they're on Burst Glide. A beautiful relationship. So first thing you have to understand is that each class has a unique jump, with a strength and a weakness. Titans are balanced between precision and airtime, but can't break a fall. Hunters have the most precision, but if you need to stay airborne, they suffer. Warlocks basically fly, but can never recover upwards. Each weakness reveals a strength of both of the other classes, and each strength lends themselves to personal preference. Great. Second thing you have to understand, though, is that the Warlock jump breaks this balance. Now, a Warlock can still never recover upwards. That's fine, just remember to actually jump. But what a Warlock can do is land anywhere as easily as the Hunter, if not better. The thing about Strafe Glide is that you can make micro adjustments mid-flight that let you swing around any corner you want as you fly much farther than the other two classes can. Flight and precision. No, seriously, you want to be the best at platforming in your fire team? In your clan? Play a Warlock with Strafe Glide. Warlocks are already abusing the best airtime, and with the permission to radically change direction whenever you want to, it's very easy to find and abuse different ledges and landings that the other classes could never. Think about it like this. With Titans and Hunters, you choose where you want to land, then jump. With Warlocks and Strafe Glide, you jump, then choose where you want to land. The second reason why Warlocks break this balance is the Burst Glide surfing, but this is all anybody ever focuses on and is honestly not applicable to most of the content. Like, let me clarify, you can Burst Glide everywhere if you want to. Get good at Burst Gliding through most of Destiny, and it will really only be missions like 0 Hour that give you trouble, unless you're Jake. But in exchange for the extra speed, you'll never be able to capitalize on the precision Warlocks can have in their airtime. You'll never be able to abuse cover the same way as you fly in and out of the fray. You're trading the utility of having the best platforming jump in exchange for more speed. You're trading the utility of airborne flexibility mid-combat in exchange for more speed. Is it worth the trade? I don't think so, personally. I did some tests running the opening stretch of the Leviathan, once with transversive steps, a lightweight primary, and Burst Glide, and another time without the Burst Glide. I was 10% faster with the Burst Glide. In exchange for not looping through cover after cover in the air, I moved 10% faster. Is that worth it? For a speedrun, definitely. 10% definitely adds up over time, so I see why Glad runs Burst Glide. But they also run swords to swipe in the air to readjust the momentum to save extra seconds. Are you speedrunning? How often are you playing content where you absolutely need that 10% extra time saved? How much does it really matter that you made it to the encounter in 54 seconds to your friend's 60? But hey, if you're a Warlock main, you do you. I enjoy having the ability to engage with an enemy, jump up and behind cover, choose where to land to re-engage, or then strafe over to my destination, all without taking eyes off the combatant, as well as blazing past my friends in every platforming puzzle forever. But if you want to get here in 9 seconds to my 10, be my guest. I justify running transversive steps because of the reload, but I'd be lying if I said the 10% speed boost didn't feel good. But if you're not a Warlock main, get off Burst Glide. Do it now. It's terrible for platforming, especially if you're not used to playing Warlocks. If you're adjusted to the Hunter triple jump or the Titan shoulder charge, you're doing yourself a terrible disservice by equipping Burst Glide because some top player min-maxes with it. You're not Jake. Jake isn't even Jake. Jake's a child. Jake thinks he's edgy by telling me to delete my account because I don't run Burst Glide. But joke's on him, he's a stranger on the internet, so he functionally does not matter to me besides a punchline for my script. But I'm sure his friends like him. If you can't listen to me, Listen to Chewbacca. Listen to Chewbacca's butt. This is why people think Warlock Jump sucks, because they try to do jumping puzzles with Burst Glide instead of Directional Glide. It's true. He's right. Y'all jump, miss your jump, can't readjust midair because you wanted to miss your jump faster, then blame the jump. No, stop, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Y'all drink the Kool-Aid about how Burst Glide is the only glide you can ever use, and it's killing you. I mean, seriously, how many times does Destiny ask you to jump well? And how many times does Destiny ask you to run fast? It's a bloody platforming shooter, not a speedrunning shooter. Strafe Glide is the best jump in the game for most content and most players.